Here are some things that annoy me about writing C++ in Visual Studio. Number 1. When you make a new project, the default settings are completely off from what you'd expect. It puts you on an outdated version of C++ from like 10 years ago. The default folder structure is bizarre. The optimization settings are suboptimal. You have to go in and change so many things almost immediately. But there's so many options it's hard to remember what to change. Number 2. There's so many windows, tools, configurations, settings, panes, and panels everywhere that sometimes C++ IDEs feel like a flight deck of an aircraft with a million toggles. If you accidentally touch something, you'll never figure out what the hell you just clicked or activated. Usually we can use source control to undo the changes, but sometimes certain things just happen to sneak in. Number 3. I consistently have really weird formatting issues. Here's an example which I regularly have with switch statements, where my cursor goes like way into the right-hand side for some reason. Copying and pasting code also tends to screw up the formatting, especially when using lambdas. Number 4. Autocomplete sucks because the language's header-based inclusion model indiscriminately injects vast numbers of symbols into your code. Number 5. IntelliSense and code navigation starts to fail as your project gets larger, and even on smaller projects, macros and templates can confuse IntelliSense. Number 6. Tools like static analyzers produce false positives, and can be much more resource-intensive than analyzers for other languages. This is probably because C++ is just so complicated. Number 7. AI tools aren't very good at writing C++ code or helping you with C++ related problems. I'm not against AI personally. I think it works wonderfully for web technologies, but it leaves a lot left to be desired for C++. Number 8. There aren't many features for refactoring. If you rename a file name, you have to manually update the include guard, and then you have to use the clunky Ctrl+F to find all the places where it's included to update the name. And if you care about things like alphabetical order, you have to do that yourself too. The refactoring features that do exist are very limited and unreliable. Number 9. Code snippets in Visual Studio are broken. Given the verbosity of C++, I'd really like to have working code snippets, but half my snippets keep breaking. I don't know what's going on, but I just gave up on using them. Number 10. I often add a comment to closed curly braces to signify the context. There should be an option to make the IDE do this for you, but there isn't. Number 11. There's a feature in Visual Studio to show inline hints if you hit Alt F1. It's basically useless because the types are so long that they don't fit in the hint, and you'd expect that if you hover over it with a mouse, that it would show you the full type in a tooltip, but it doesn't. Number 12. You can't select errors in tooltips to copy and paste them. Number 13. I had an issue in the past where if I changed the extension of a file from .hpp to .h, Visual Studio completely spazzes out with some useless and irrelevant error message that forces me to go into the actual VCX project file and meddle with the internals of the project setup to get my project working again. It took me many hours to figure out that changing the extension name was the cause of this issue. Number 14. Historically, there was no easy way to set the default file encoding, but finally this year they added a way to do that. Number 15. When you want to include a header file, you need to manually type it out at the top of the file. I've been doing some JavaScript lately, and it's such a breath of fresh air to be able to hit tab and have the library automatically imported at the top. This is a feature which I genuinely miss. It actually makes writing code so much more fun. Number 16. C++ is a new feature called designated initializers, which allows you to initialize members of a struct explicitly by name. The designators must be used in the same order as the members are declared. Sadly, my IDE doesn't recommend them in that order in the autocomplete. It's annoying to have to travel to the struct definition to see the order of the members, and then jump back and forth to make sure that the order is correct.